Well, we all discuss about GoML and ESR all the time, but we never discuss about the two major business activities which come under the GoML and ESR and why they are coming under it. And they are the most prominent business activities in the UAE. One is gold and diamond, which we are hub of, and real estate, which is continuously booming since years. So this is about GoAML and why real estate and gold companies are getting scrutinized for these two things. So first of all, we'll discuss about gold and diamond, why GoAML and ESR is important for these companies.
All right. So when we cover the aspect of GoAML and ESR, so this is one of the important factor when gold and diamond jewelry businesses are more oftenly come into this picture because of so many reasons. One of the reason is cross-border trading. So raw gold or the core ore related precious metal that you are trading in comes into the picture when cash values are also involved in it. So this becomes very important, and it is easily you are doing the trading of these precious metal. Cross border activities are also involved. So this is one of the important.
I know that is where it comes that most of, even in the banking, when it comes to gold and diamond, it's pretty high risk. And most of the times the bank will ask that whether the person who's dealing in gold and diamond has the experience of doing it. And when it comes to precious metal, there are some certificates required as well. Like I have heard Kimberley certificate is one of them, in which you get to know what is the exact value, what is this details about the products which you are dealing in related to diamond especially. So the gold and diamond, when it comes to the amount of transaction, is pretty high, but when it comes to the margin, it's very low. So there you can really do the EML activities which can really put you under the radar of the government. What is next?
Absolutely. So see, proper recording of the documentation is very important. What is the source of that particular substance that you are buying from which country, selling in which country, and what is the value of that particular commodity in the market, and who are the dealers involved in it. So proper documentation is really which is necessary for doing this business, especially whether it's in UAE or outside UAE as well, because we understand the value of gold is universal and it is acceptable and over the all the economies.
Okay, what's next? What's the next reason?
I would say bulk purchases is one of the reason wherein we understood that India comes first, I would say, across the many countries who deals in gold in the huge amount, and other countries as well. So bulk purchases is one of the reason when we have seen that businesses are into it.
It's a very high value transaction, and when it is high value, that's where the red flags lie. When it is retail, small businesses happening, you can really track and you can monitor them as well. When it is about very high value transaction, that's where we need to put all our flags into. So thank you so much for sharing about the gold and diamond. The next is real estate. So Janvi, why GoAML for real estate?
Like you right now mentioned, the red flags are for the high value transactions. Real estate is again one of those activities where there is transactions in huge amount, always. So be it any kind of real estate developer or broker, they deal with transactions that need to be AML compliant, that need to have registered on the GoAML. First is this, and a second very important point is offshore companies. For foreign investors think they can invest here in UAE in shell companies or in companies with complex structures and actually hide the origin of the funds that they generate from. So that is why the offshore companies and people dealing in high transactions need to be registered who are doing real estate business here.
Well, I think and it's very important in the business side of it as well when it comes to real estate in any country. And when there are investors coming out from outside, that's good. But when these investors have raised the money through wrong ways, it creates a black economy in the UAE or any part of the world, and that creates inflation of the property prices. Then the real investor like us, you, or any right genuine investor will suffer. We have seen this happening in Australia as well, where there a lot of guys went to Australia, bought a lot of properties, inflated the market, and that's where the real genuine investor faces the heat, because we cannot afford that level of price because we have genuinely made that money. So again, It is about creating the level playing field. In the gold and diamond also, when we see uh, all these people who have raised the money in the wrong way can hide the money either in the real estate by buying the assets, then buying the asset of gold and diamond as well comes under the asset class only. So these are the prominent reasons, I think, why the GoML the GoML platform requires these kind of businesses to adhere to policies of the EML. So this was all about GoML for these two business activities. What about ESR? When it comes to gold and diamond, what regulations come for the ESR perspective for these companies?
Okay, so yeah. So the word itself, economic substance regulation, the word substance emphasizes that actually you are doing the business with that particular business. You have to show that you are generating the income from that business, and you are showing that actually you are doing that business within that business in itself. So yeah, this is one of the reasons.
So you mean to say when it comes to ESR for gold and diamond, you need to show that you're really operating from UAE, generating income from the UAE, and you're not just placing the company here, which earlier used to be. ESR makes sure that yes, the substance is in the UAE.
Exactly. You're just not a shell company. You are actually the one who is doing the business.
Okay. Moving on to the real estate. What comes under ESR for real estate?
So real estate is also very similar what you rightly mentioned. Again, in real estate ESR also you need to show that you're doing business in UAE. You're leasing properties here. You're selling properties here. It's not just you can, get the license and you're doing business somewhere else. You need to have properties under you. You need to have a physical space. Real estate is not a business that anyone can do without physical property or without physical space. So in ESR, you need to show that to the compliance that you're registered here and you have properties in your name and you're dealing with the business here in UAE.
Maybe you have your own properties, or even if you're selling for other developer properties, you must be here, you must be dealing with that, you must have sold some properties. So basically you're maintaining your ESR records that you hold substance in the country.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing the wealth of knowledge for the GoAML and ESR, especially related to real estate and gold and diamond business activities in the UAE.
Thank you so much for having us.